4 matchups, 8 contenders, 1 chaotic battlefield. Welcome to the DC Open quarterfinals, and trust me, this one's not going to script. The Mubadala Citi DC Open is finally heating up, and the men's quarterfinal lineup, let's just say it's stacked with tension. You've got Fritz trying to defend his title and world #1 status. You've got a loaded All-American showdown between Ben Shelton and Tiafoe that could split fans in half. Medvedev is here, looking angry, looking hungry. And on the other side, Corentin Moutet, the wild card disruptor who wasn't even supposed to be in the main draw. And then there's Alex de Minaur, the human jet engine, up against Brandon Nakashima, who just pulled off one of the biggest upsets of the tournament. This isn't just about tennis. This is about legacy, breakthroughs, and pressure boiling over in the nation's capital. And guess what? Some of the matchups already have fans arguing on X, Reddit, and in comment sections like it's the US Open final. But here's the real question. Who survives this Friday? Who flops? Who breaks through and flips the entire narrative? In this video, we're breaking down each of these 4 quarterfinals. I'm talking form, history, drama, predictions, and yeah, I'm making bold calls. You're gonna agree with some, and definitely fight me on others. So tennis fam, grab your popcorn. Let's go matchup by matchup and figure out who's got the edge in DC. The DC Open is more than just a prep tournament. It's a war zone for players trying to grab form heading into the hard court season. It's part of the US Open series. So yeah, momentum here matters, and the setting, hard courts in humid, gritty Washington D.C. It's a surface that rewards aggressive play, quick legs, and short rallies, which explains why some of these matchups are going to feel like pure sprints to the finish. Now here's the field. Fritz versus Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Ben Shelton versus Tiafoe. Daniil Medvedev versus Corentin Moutet. Alex de Minaur versus Brandon Nakashima. Each of these guys got here in style. Fritz bulldozed Arnaldi and Harris. Shelton hasn't dropped a set. Tiafoe finally looks locked in. Moutet, the lucky loser, took out Daniel Evans like it was a challenger match, and Nakashima just beat Cam Norrie straight sets. It's rare to have this many home favorites still alive in the quarters. You've got 3 Americans left, all of them chasing very different legacies. And fans? Some are hyped, others are complaining about the half-empty stands, and yeah, that's part of the drama. How do you have the top-ranked American men playing in their home country and still see empty seats? But more on that later, because once the rackets start flying, attendance won't matter. Let's dive into the matchups. Fritz versus Davidovich Fokina. This is the spiciest sleeper match on the card. Fritz is the top seed, sure, but guess what? He's down 2-3 in the head-to-head, and their most recent meeting, Fritz barely squeaked by in 3 sets. Fokina plays like a blender on fire, grinding, sliding, and hitting random winners out of nowhere. Fritz, more power, more control, but under pressure, cracks have shown. The controversy? Fritz isn't getting much love from the crowd, even as world #1. Some fans feel he's robotic, others say he's just efficient. This match could shift the narrative. Shelton versus Tiafoe, the people's match. And this is box office. 2 explosive Americans, one's flashy, rising fast, and cocky as hell. The other, gritty, soulful, and dying to prove he's not yesterday's news. They're head-to-head. 2-1 to Shelton, but their last match was that 5-set marathon at the US Open. Tiafoe lost, but not without a war. Here's the wild part. Some fans think Tiafoe's fire is fading, that he's no longer the guy. Others say Shelton is all hype and not built for consistent top-level wins. This one's gonna split the comments, guaranteed. Medvedev versus Moutet. Sounds like a mismatch, right? Wrong. Moutet has been absolutely insane this week, ripping through Altmaier, Evans, and Lehecka. He's got that I've got nothing to lose energy that messes with big names. Medvedev? Let's be real, he's been underwhelming in 2025, lost finals, dropped early in majors, and his win over Opelka here looked shaky. If Mute pulls this off, it'll be one of the biggest upsets of the hardcourt season. Like, Medvedev's confidence might collapse before New York. De Minaur versus Nakashima. Sneaky good matchup. De Minaur is that consistent, tireless grinder. He runs everything down. But Nakashima, he just smoked Nori and is playing loose, relaxed, and dangerous. Like, one's all movement, the other's all timing. Whoever blinks first loses. Fans are already whispering, is Nakashima finally arriving, or is this just another nice run before reality hits? Match 1, Fritz versus Fokina. Prediction, Fritz in 3 sets. He's been clinical this week. Big serve, clean baseline play, and knows the surface, but Fokina will push him physically. Look for Fritz to drop a set, but squeeze through. Match 2, Shelton versus Tiafoe. Prediction, Shelton in 3. Tiafoe's been good, but not great. Shelton's serve has been on fire. 16 aces in 1 match? That's ridiculous. Unless he collapses mentally, he edges it. Match 3, Medvedev versus Mute. Prediction, Medvedev in 3, but it gets weird. Mute will annoy him. Drop shots, slices, drama, but Medvedev has the patience and firepower to survive. Still, don't be shocked if Mute takes the first set and turns this into a circus. Match 4, De Minaur versus Nakashima. Prediction, De Minaur in 2 tight sets. This one's going to be long rallies, mental games, and tight service holds. De Minaur's experience gives him the edge, but Nakashima, he's not far off. Watch out. Statistically speaking, all 4 top seeds are slight favorites. But this ain't a normal quarterfinal lineup. The margins are razor thin. Alright, here's how I really feel. Fritz is still not getting his due. He's world number 1 defending champ and just keeps winning. But fans, still not sold. If he wins this whole thing, it might finally flip. Shelton versus Tiafoe is personal for me. I've followed both for years, and while I want Tiafoe to bounce back, I think Shelton is on a warpath. His energy, his swagger, he's built for this moment. Medvedev has the most to lose. A loss here, and the whispers get louder. Is he done? I think he survives, but barely. And De Minaur, he's the most slept on top 10 player right now. Always in the mix, rarely flashy, but he gets the job done. If he wins this title, people will finally put respect on his name. I'll tell you what, this is the most unpredictable quarterfinal slate we've had in a while. You've got matchups where anyone could win, and that's what makes it awesome. So now it's your turn. Who's your pick for each matchup? Is Fritz overrated or still slept on? Will Shelton Tiafoe be the match of the week or a one-sided beatdown? Can Mute shock the world? Is Nakashima ready for the spotlight? Drop your predictions in the comments. Call me out if I got one wrong. Tell me who's about to rise and who's about to choke. Because this quarterfinal slate isn't just fire on the court, it's fire in the comment section too. Let's debate, let's predict, let's go.